I'm Michael Battelle, President and founder of the Fatty Liver Alliance. We raise awareness about the risk, causes, and complications of fatty liver disease and help those already diagnosed with MASLD and MASH by advocating for access to approved treatments and care. Today, I'm with Ali, a patient who found out that she had fatty liver disease, now known as metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease. It's harder to say, right, Ali?
Yep.
And she's gone through a journey that she has graciously agreed to share with us. So, Ali, let's just start at the very beginning. How did you learn that you had liver disease? What happened?
I actually found out quite a few years ago my enzymes were going up, and my doctor kept responding saying, you got to be careful. Your liver's going up. We don't want it to go any higher, and you're gonna because then it gets more serious. And so I've known for quite a few years, but it just happened in the last year or so that they went over the acceptable limit, and I was referred to a specialist for it.
Okay, so I guess let's at the beginning, and I wanted to share with people because it's scary when you find out something that's wrong with you that you weren't expecting. You didn't have any symptoms, right? Did you have,
No, no symptoms.
which is very common. So how was it diagnosed? Was it like, were you having another test or something? And that's how you found
Yeah. I'm pretty good at going to the doctor and for my yearly exam, and I get my blood test done every year. So, and my doctor is really good at looking at the blood tests and making sure there's nothing that could be a problem in the future.
so you had a blood test and it's great. So this was your primary care physician, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so it's good that they assessed you for liver disease because not all primary care physicians look at that. So did you ask them to do that, or did they just
No,
they
it's just
suggested it?
automatic.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, so go ahead.
The other issue is that I have Crohn's as well, and I have another doctor, another specialist for my Crohn's disease, and he was watching my liver enzymes as well because of certain medications that I had been on for my Crohn's.
Okay, wow, you're really lucky. Okay, so I wanted to ask you first, how did you feel? Like, were you surprised? I guess first question.
Uh, Probably a little surprised. I wasn't overly concerned, which is probably my fault. I like to pretend that nothing's really wrong with me, no matter what the doctors say. So I probably should have taken it a lot more serious when I was told at the beginning, because maybe I wouldn't be in this spot now.
Okay, so all right. So then you um got referred to your specialist. Is that the
Yeah.
point right after that? And did they do?
Um,
Oh, sorry. Go.
yeah.
First of all, did you know what fatty liver disease was before?
Not really, not until I was told that I had it, and I never really looked that much into it until I went and saw the specialist, and she explained a lot of stuff to me
Okay.
about.
All right. And then so you went. Did you have any assessments done like ultrasound, fiber scan, that kind of stuff too?
Yeah, all that kind of yeah, the ultrasound definitely, and the I think it's a fiber scan where they hit me on the side here.
Yes. Yes.
She does that every time I go into the office,
Okay.
and they check that. And then just recently, because I've gone onto a study drug, they did a biopsy on my liver.
Okay. And I wanted to, how, by the way, how was the biopsy? I guess it's something that you don't really want to have in the first
Oh,
place.
it,
Don't need
it
to.
wasn't a lot of fun. No,
Okay, yeah, I
no,
imagine. But I
I
guess
don't
because you're in a,
suggest you do it for fun.
so if you're in a study, it's important to be able to measure and to make sure they're,
Yeah.
that the patients fit the criteria. So, all right. And you told me before that you had taken medication for weight loss, right?
Yes.
And then you had to pay out of pocket, which was difficult to do because it's
Yeah.
expensive. And you decided to stop taking it. Maybe you want to tell me like about that, how that happened and
Yeah, so I started it in about November 2020, what are we now? 2022 maybe. And I was on it for about 5 months, and nothing, it didn't make me lose weight or anything else. I was fine. I wasn't sick or anything. And then I decided to go off it because it is very expensive to pay out of your own pocket. But then when I went to see my liver specialist in May, she said that my liver enzymes had gone down quite substantially, and it was probably because of this medication that I had taken that I didn't realize was doing so much good for me. So I should have stayed on it.
okay, so I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you say is there some regret that you have that you didn't stay on it if it was working for the liver health? I don't know. Just want to tell.
Yeah, I wish I'd known that it could help. And I thought it was just the weight, because when I lose weight, my liver enzymes go down. When I gain weight, they go back up. So I thought that this drug was only to lose weight and that would help my liver enzymes. I didn't realize the actual drug itself was going to uh, repair part of my liver.
Okay. And you don't have to answer, but were you pre-diabetic or anything as well?
No.
Okay. So it
Oh,
was
no, yeah, I am kind of pre-diabetic because I am overweight.
okay.
So,
So
yeah.
that was part of your incentive too, probably things that you wanted to do. Okay, so now you're in a state. How are you feeling now?
I actually feel fine. I don't really have any side effects of anything. I'm tired a lot, and I always put that down to my Crohn's, even though my Crohn's hasn't been active since 2014. And my job, I have a stressful job at times. So, but I don't know. Maybe the tiredness is to do with the liver. I don't know.
The number one symptom that people do experience is fatigue. So
Yeah.
you're definitely not alone. Well, what recommendations or advice would you have for patients that are watching this that may just have found out that they have, excuse me, fatty liver disease? What would you say to them?
Well, I think everybody should get the blood test every year and have these things checked, because it's a silent killer, they call it. And if you get the blood test done and you're told early enough, maybe you could do something about it before it hits as serious as where mine is now.
So,
Doctor's appointments are important. Important.
and would you also say that if patients, if their physicians, like you were really lucky, if
Yeah,
their physician has not suggested or has not given you the blood test to start with for liver disease assessment, and you think you might be at risk because of, some of the other comorbidities that go with it that we talked about, that might be something that they should do with their physicians, right?
definitely bring it up with your physician. It's so important. I'm lucky to have one that likes to dig into the weeds on everything. So he sends me for appointments here, appointments there, all kinds of tests, just to make
Well,
sure.
that's great. Thank you for sharing your story today. And we'll have to do a follow-up when you're finished the trial to see how you're feeling. And I hope, like on behalf of all of us, that it works for you and that you can clear your liver disease. So
I'm hoping I'm on the trial drug because
yeah.
it's a double blind, so nobody knows.
Are you feeling less tired yet or the same?
And well, it's tax season, so no, I'm very tired.
Okay, on that note, thank you so much. We will follow up with you. Thanks so much, Ali.
Thank you.